Hey guys, what's going on? Megan here. Look at this guy. I mean, this guy is fucking ripped, guys. I mean, look at his arms, his abs. Anyway, guys, today is Wednesday, so I had to bring back What the Fuck Wednesday, where we just talk about genetic freaks or anybody who has really an impressive physique. Now, usually I only talk about mass monsters or people who are really out there, but I had to make a video on this guy. Subscribers sent me this a while back. He was like, Megan, I saw your Nucleus little videos and you gotta check this guy out. And boy, was I impressed. Long story short, this is from a video on a YouTube channel called Going Filipino or something like that. I'm gonna put the links in the description. But anyway, this guy was found in the Philippines somewhere, working as an abaca harvester. And look at his body, guys. First, let's bring out the Vegeta Scouter, get some info on him. So the little info I was able to get as far as this, right? So again, his name is Alan from the video. He's from the Philippines, so South Asia. His height is about 5'5", from what I was able to gather from the vids, and also the fact that the average height in the Philippines for men is usually around 5'4", 5'5", and he looked close to that height. Weight, I would say about 125 to 135. Again, that's in line with the average weight for males there. And again, if you look at his frame, he looks like he's in that ballpark. And he makes a living processing abaca, which you guys know is a very, very, very physically demanding job. And to give you an idea how physically demanding the job is, check it out, right? This is a clip from the video. It's pretty much rowing all day, right? Every day is cable roll day, right? Doing this for hours at a time. Biceps are engaged, back is engaged. I mean, can you imagine having to do this for a living, hours at a time, day after day? This is very demanding. It's pretty much Nucleus load every day, right? Cable roll every day, very similar to what professional rowers have to do, your biceps are engaged, everything. I remember these guys have to feed their families, right? So there's no, oh, today's not back day, so I'm not gonna, harvest abaca. No, that's not how it works, right? These guys are doing this every day, until they get hired by the next person, rinse and repeat, and then they finally take a break and wait for the trees to grow again or for somebody else to hire them, right? So very, very physically demanding job. And look at the physique on this guy. Insane development. Now keep in mind, he's no bodybuilder, right? But again, that's what makes it so impressive, is the fact that he looks so ripped and he doesn't even have access to the stuff that we have, right? No gym. Keep in mind, this is a very poor part of the Philippines, so no gym, obviously no steroids. But to be fair, these guys do eat healthy. That's one thing about poor places, they actually eat healthy because, less processed food. But still, look at his physique, guys. Can you imagine if he was actually on a regimen, I mean, look at his abs here. Right, look at this. Insane. Can you imagine if you actually had access to the stuff that we have access to, and if he was progressively overloading and things like that? I mean, this guy would be a great natural bodybuilder. And if he hopped on the juice, God forbid. I mean, just look at his calves. Even his calves, man. But don't get me wrong, guys. This is definitely a combination of great genetics, right? Even I can't attribute this to just Nucleus overload. It has to be a combination of Nucleus overload and great genetics, because I'm pretty sure not all the abaca harvesters look like that. I did some research. I couldn't find any other more examples. But are we surprised? You guys remember my old Nucleus overload videos? Remember the jacked African divers, the ones that had to dive to the bottom of the river or whatever and carry these heavy-ass buckets of sand, right? You guys remember that video, the 1 hour video I made. Look how jacked these guys are. Same thing, right? Manual labor every single day, Nucleus overload style. Look at these heavy-ass buckets. They pretty much had to dive to the bottom of the river, fill the buckets with sand, swim back up, and they had to resist the current. And they developed these crazy, crazy jack physiques, right? Very similar to our boy Alan here. All right, you guys remember that video. If you haven't watched it already, I really recommend you check it out. I really go in depth about Nucleus overload, right? Manual labor, manual labor day in and day out. And obviously they take breaks because most of these jobs are seasonal, right? So that's like the African version of Alan, or you could say Alan is the Asian version of these guys. I also went over the guys over there in Indonesia, right? The ones that have to carry these heavy ass buckets of sulfur. Look how huge his traps are. Keep in mind, this is a skinny guy, right? But look at his traps. Again, that's from having to carry that shit every single day. Even the old guy in that documentary where I got the pictures from, look how jacked he is. Look at his traps, guys. Look at his biceps. Stop fucking around with Nucleus overload, man. These guys are not doing this to get jacked. They're just doing this to feed their families, And getting jacked is just a side effect. And that's without access to all the stuff we have. Can you imagine they were actually trying And the reason why that growth stops is simply because of progressive overload, right? After a while, you know, they don't just keep adding more and more volume or more and more load. They just show up to work, do whatever it takes, and stop. But yeah, Allen's physique is amazing. I wish we could find this guy, man, and find out if there are more people like him. He actually reminds me of Tony Jaa. By the way, you guys should check out his movies if you haven't. Very similar physique, but he actually looks more jacked, a little bit more jacked. Now, this guy probably also does some kind of body weight stuff on the side. I mean, I won't be surprised if that's the case. I mean, one can argue that the guy that was working right alongside him looks like shit, but he's a lot older, and you know we don't know if they're doing the same volume, right? This guy's probably working a lot more hours, doing a lot more volume, and this guy's probably more like, hey, my days of working like a madman are probably over. So who knows? But anyway, just wanted to go over this video real quick since it was a video idea sent by sub. Remember to check out the original video. It's on Going Filipinos channel. And comment below, guys. I mean, let me know what you guys think. Also, feel free to send me more examples like this so I could cover them in the next What the Fuck Wednesday videos. Doesn't have to be nucleus overload related. It could just be anyone who's a genetic freak or who has a very, very impressive physique. Long story short, lesson of the day is you want to get jacked, fly over to the Philippines and start harvesting some abaca. Just joking, of course. Alright guys, don't forget to like or share the video, subscribe and hit the bell, and buy my HSP Nucleus Overload Training Program. It's the ultimate program for maximum muscle growth. It includes full body workout splits, bro splits, push-pull, home workouts, you name it. Also comes with a complete guide for macros, nutrition, fat loss, muscle growth, hormones, including a meal plan. It's pretty much all my 16 years of experience condensed into one fucking book. You're also going to get free copies of any future edition. So visit Team3DAlpha.com and you can use the 40% off coupon code Nucleus Overload. Or you could just buy the shit at full price. Alright guys, I'm out of here.